All right, so let's get the very latest on what's happening with the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. You remember, it was quite a dramatic moment. The advocate, Malesela Teffo, representing 4 of the 5 accused, quit rather abruptly just a few weeks ago. So now what? Let's speak now to Slindele Masekane, who of course has been following this trial. Sli, talk to me about where we're at, because my understanding is that an instructing attorney, which is Thobane, would give instructions to an advocate, which was Malesela Teffo, who would argue in court. Is that the way it's going to work out? Do we need a new advocate?
See, that's why we had postponed the matter back on the 12th of July when we saw Advocate Malesela Teffo abruptly quitting the case. You'd remember Judge Teffo Mamela was then was basically forced to postpone the matter, saying that, look, we don't know exactly who's going to represent you moving forward, because when Teffo quit the case, he did not inform the court whether Thobane was actually going to remain as the instructing attorney on the matter. From what we understood is that there was a possibility that, we were going to have to see new advocates or new legal representation being brought forward, and then having to actually be updated in terms of where the court is, possibly get transcripts and just get up to speed in terms of that particular matter. But also then, Teffo quitting had, of course, sparked concerns around the fact that there may be further delays in the trial in terms of new legal representation having to be obtained.
Funny enough, when I woke up that morning, 5 o'clock morning, I felt something bad's going to happen. And I decided not to pitch up. And when counsel withdrew, he never advised us that he was going to withdraw.
Was it wrong for Teffo to withdraw without consulting you?
It was not wrong. It is, as I said, it is his own right. If he felt that at that moment, as I said, he maybe acted at the spur of the moment. My instructions are that I must proceed to run the matter. I'll be in court. Actually, tomorrow I'll write the email to the court to inform the court. They must find out from Advocate Mshololo how far is she with the reading of the docket. Whether I receive death threats, whether they tap my phone, doesn't matter. Because all of us, we are walking in the shadow of death.
So this is really curious. So am I right, and you're going to just guide me here, that he's saying he can continue? Does he not need to be an advocate? And what's going to happen now?
So from what it seems is that because he is an attorney of the High Court, and in fact on many occasions he has addressed Judge Mamela in terms of proceedings. In fact, when Teffo was not present at one point, Thobane was able to actually address the court and be able to tell the judge exactly where counsel was in terms of representation, in terms of accused 1 to 4. So as it stands, when we resume on the 2nd of August, what we are expecting is that Thobane will be telling the court or confirming to the court that he remains the attorney on record, counsel for accused 1 to 4, and that in fact he will now be leading arguments moving forward.
The Senzo Meyiwa family will never find closure. If I was Advocate Baloyi, if I was the prosecutor, I'll come on 2nd of August and close my case. The state case has collapsed, and then it's an embarrassment. What I can say is that there is an eyewitness who will come and testify that someone in the house shot Senzo Meyiwa. I don't like mentioning names.
Oh, he's talking a big game there, saying that he thinks that the state's got absolutely no case and they should just close it all up on the 2nd of August. Where are we with this case? I mean, it just seems to have faltered at the very first hurdle.
So at this point, we had postponed Sally back on the 12th of July to just get that confirmation with regards to accused 1 to 4, whether they were going to get new legal representation. But of course, we've now had an opportunity to sit with the instructing attorney, who's now going to be leading arguments moving forward. So come the 2nd of August, we expect Thobane to then present himself to Judge Teffo Mamela as the man who's going to now basically be addressing the court in terms of this particular matter. And of course, we see the official resumption of the trial itself, with the cross-examination resuming of the state's first witness in September.
The state's first witness. Let's not forget that. And how many people on the witness list who could be called?
We know that it's over 100. We know that there are over 100 names that are on the state's witnesses. We don't know who's going to be called when. But so far, what's quite interesting, I think, Sally, is that the 2 interviews that we've had so far with those who were in the house, namely Kelly Khumalo and Zandi Khumalo, have so far confirmed that at no point has the state indicated that they're going to be called as witnesses. But it's still early days. So we don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but at this point we know that we're still a long way off from actually finalizing this matter.
Well, Steve, I am very glad you're here to hold our hands through it, because there are so many unexpected twists and turns in this particular case. Thank you so much.